Stop it, quiet, if it's new, I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining, white diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot, look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body, young. Hey, I don't know no better, I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy, I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming, I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy, I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro, I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Yeah, more action than no talk, I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's the NFC Wild Card Round on EA Sports.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Eric Armstead.
The tackle by Eric Armstead. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
At the 38-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete here. He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
And Rodgers now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
The Vikings.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance at the tall signal caller, standing 6'6".
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this one up to about the 23.
33, Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his man in the crossing route. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. On the ground, it's Cook. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll work it across midfield inside relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Now back to throw. Complete. Jefferson the target. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Forced to the ground.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The run for Green Bay.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger.
To Jay Sternberger.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
5 brings up second and 5.
To throw is Rodgers. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Rodgers throwing quickly out wide. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And 5 at the 35-yard line.
On second down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 29. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
3. Packers nothing.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
On the pickup, brings up second and 2. At the 21.
From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Aaron Jones on the carry. tackle made.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Packers have taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
A good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And you know, Charles, it's been a terrific season for them. They couldn't quite get that #1 seed and the associated bye that goes with it, but nevertheless, they've got to be one of the favorites here to win it all.
They do, because of the season that they've had, the position that they're in, and we know under the old playoff system, they would have this game off. This weekend would not be one that they would play, but nevertheless, maybe it's a good thing. Sometimes you carry that momentum from the season all the way through the playoffs. If you get that open week, sometimes you lose it a little bit. So I think that's what's going to be their mindset.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. They start the drive with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
The 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now Rodgers making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
2nd and 6 at the 37-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Rodgers.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
3 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, they'll scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
20-yard line.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Complete to Dalvin Cook.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On second down, it's Cook, and he will score. Touchdown, Viking. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only have the field goal. So that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half. But when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as head coach? I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Vikings 10.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24. And that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On first down, Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They'll look to throw now on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he gets it down to the 32. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
To throw again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, and if you have him, you use him because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
There's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. They had to go to the monitor and get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown, Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a full race. He's at the 50, the 30, 20, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Well, that was almost a 4-point swing. The interception, if he had returned it all the way, would have been 2 for them, but just a little bit shy.
And when it's a play like that, you're exactly right with the math, but don't you feel like it would have counted for more if they found their way all the way back to the end zone and gotten the 2? That changes the whole momentum, doesn't it?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again to Jones. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Rodgers pass intended for Jace Sternberg.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dante.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Scratcher there. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run it into Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. And the lead is up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And the last play in the drive was a touchdown run by Aaron Jones. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Pettis now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Now this offense ready to head back out there.
If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to be intercepted every time. It's off by Jair Alexander. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
46-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
1st and 10.
Now this offense about ready to take over again.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. Escape, and down he goes. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a throw here, hold in. And past the 30 before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They're going for Jefferson downfield. This is Clark. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And right now they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach, offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
And 6 yards.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Run for Green Bay.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Terry.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Set him back 5.
Second down, here's Rodgers. Throw to the right. He's got the tight end here, Sternberger.
Pass complete to Jay Sternberger. A gain of 8 yards.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Roger.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Brings up second and goal.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Aaron Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly controlled right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. This crowd has stayed with them throughout, but they need 2 late scores to advance in these playoffs as they've got a first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jacob Fitzpatrick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On third down, here's Jones. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Packers 40. Vikings 23.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film and find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
At the 46-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Today's final score.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, and they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.